Good morning, students. Hope all of you are fine, enjoying today's class. Today we will solve few your doubts. We will clear it, which you have sent me in WhatsApp. Then we will go to the further topic, that is elementary operation of a matrix. So first we will solve few problems which you have already sent me. Just wait for 30 seconds, then I will start today's session. So this is the first problem. Find the integral value of x if this into this is equals to O, null matrix, that is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Whatever order will come in left hand side, the null matrix will be of that order. Good morning all of you, good morning. Let's wait for a few more seconds, then we will start today's session. Okay, so first we have to solve this one. That means here we have to perform matrix multiplication. In the left hand side, this matrix into transpose of this matrix is equals to O. This is given. We have to find the integral value of x. Integral value means the whatever value will come, if the value is coming in fraction, that fractional value we have to omit. We have to take only integer. So if you multiply first this and this, what you will get? Multiplication rule is this row into column. So x into 2, that is 2x, 4 into 1 plus 4, then minus 1 into 2, that is minus 2. This would be the first element. 2 into x, 4 into 1, minus 1 into 2. Next x into 1, that is x, 4 into 0, 0, minus 2. Next x into minus 1, that is minus x, 4 into 0, 0, and minus 1 into 4, minus 4. This into transpose of this, that means row will become column, is equals to null matrix. Again we have to perform matrix multiplication. First simplify it. It will come 2x plus 2, x minus 2, minus x minus 4 into x 4 minus 1 is equals to O, which implies now perform multiplication. 2x plus 2 into x, so it is coming 2x square plus 2x plus 4x minus 8 minus minus plus x plus 4 is equals to O. So what is coming here? Here it is coming 2x square, 4x plus 2x, 6x plus x, 7x, and minus 4 is equals to O, which implies 2x square plus 7x minus 4 equals to 0, which implies, so 2x square plus 7x minus 4 equals to 0, which implies, now middle term factor, so 2x square plus 8x minus x minus 4 equals to 0, which implies 2x common, x plus 4, minus 1 common, x plus 4 equals to 0, which implies x plus 4 into 2x minus 1 equals to 0. So this is equals to x plus 4, either x plus 4 equals to 0, this gives x equals to minus 4, or 2x minus 1 equals to 0, this gives x equals to half. Therefore x equals to -4 is our answer, since x belongs to z. Z means set of integer. It is given to find the integral value, that's why x equals to -4 is the answer. Understood? Now the next problem. Next problem is given this. If a equals to this, prove that a to the power n is equals to this for all positive n. Now in this problem we will apply class 11 principle of mathematical induction. That process we have to apply here. So what is that process? This one we have to prove. Now first check for n equals to 1 whether it is true or not. So for n equals to 1, a to the power n is equals to a to the power n, a to the power n minus 1, 0, a to the power n. Now if you put n equals to 1, this is coming a to the power 1, 0, 1 into a to the power 1 minus 1, a to the power 1, which implies a equals to a to the power 1 means a to the power 0 is coming, any number power 0 equals to 1, so this is coming 1, 0, a, which is true. Because value of a is already given this. So for n equals to 1, the result is true. Now let us assume a to the power k is equals to a to the power k 0, k a to the power k minus 1, a to the power k. That is, for n equals to k, it is true. So we are assuming that for n equals to k, the result is true. Now we have to find that whether for n equals to k plus 1 it is true or not. So let us check for n equals to k plus 1 whether it is true or not. So now n equals to k plus 1. So n equals to k plus 1 if you make, so a to the power k plus 1 is equals to a to the power k into a, this is coming a to the power k plus 1 means a to the power k into a, because we know that powers will be added if we multiply. Now a to the power k, this value we know, this is the value of a to the power k, and a it is given, so put the values a to the power k, a to the power k, a to the power k minus 1, 0, a to the power k into a1, 0, a. Now multiply it. So if you multiply, what you will get? Row into column, a to the power k into a to the power k into a, this into this, that means 0, so nothing to write. Now a to the power k into 1, that is a to the power k, plus a into this, so k a to the power k minus 1 into a. Next second row into first column, so 0 into a 0, a to the power k into 0, 0, so this is 0. Next 0 into 1, 0, plus a to the power k into a, so this is coming. So now okay, so what is coming here? A to the power k into a, so this is equals to a to the power k plus 1. Next if you take a to the power k common from here, a to the power k minus 1 into a, that means a to the power k. So if you take a to the power k common from here, what will left? 1 plus k. This will left. Here it is 0 and here it is a to the power k plus 1. Now this one you can write as a to the power k plus 1 0, k plus 1 a to the power k plus 1 minus 1, because minus 1 plus 1 cancelled, so a to the power k will left. So a to the power k we can write like this, and this is a to the power k plus 1. Now check, whatever it is given, just in the place of k, k plus 1 is coming. So when we have to find a to the power k plus 1, in the place of k, k plus 1 is coming. So it is true for n equals to k plus 1, which implies it is true for n equals to k plus 1. Hence a to the power n equals to a to the power n into a to the power n minus 1 0 a to the power n. So this is true, proved. So here the method we are applying, that first check it from the beginning. First we are finding whether it is true for n equals to 1 or not. So for n equals to 1, the value of a is coming, that means it is true. Now we are assuming that for n equals to k it is true. So whatever we have to prove, just in the place of n we are writing k. So we are assuming that this result is true. Now we are checking that whether it is true for n equals to k plus 1 or not. N equals to k plus 1, if you put a to the power k plus 1 means a to the power k into a. Now here we are performing matrix multiplication and we are getting this result. That means whatever we are getting, the result is coming just in the place of n, it is coming k plus 1. So for n equals to k plus 1 also it is true. Therefore, for it is true for each and every positive n. So like this we have to prove. Next one, this. Here it is given that m theta equals to this, and we have to show that mx into my equals to m of x plus y. Now m theta is equals to this. I have told you whatever value is given here, that value is coming here also. Here it is given theta, that's why here the angle of the trigonometric ratios are theta. So if you put here in the place of theta, if you put x, here also x will come. If you put y, here y will come. If you put z, z will come. Whatever value you are putting over here, the same value will come here also in the angle. So we have to find this mx into my. So what will be the value of mx? Mx into my is equals to, just in the place of theta we have to put x first. So cos x minus sin x cos x, this is mx, and my cos y minus sin y cos y. Now we have to multiply. So multiply it, cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y Next cos x into sin y, cos x sin y plus sin x cos y plus sin x cos y. Then minus sin x cos y minus sin x cos y minus cos x sin y minus sin x sin y plus cos x cos y. So this is coming. Now see, this is the formula of cos of x plus y. Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y means cos of x plus y. Cos x sin y plus sin x cos y. This is the formula of sin of x plus y. Sin of x plus y. Here if you take minus common, so it will come sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. If you take minus common, so here it will come minus sin of x plus y. Next, this is also cos x cos y minus sin x sin y, that is cos of x plus y. Now check, here it is coming this, that means in the place of theta, if you put x plus y, in the place of theta if you put x plus y, same result is coming. That means you can write this one as m of x plus y equals to RHS. Okay, right here LHS. So LHS equals to RHS proved. Okay, next problem is this one. A equals to this, B equals to this, you have to show this. So here first we have to find A into A plus B into B. What will be the value of small a into A matrix? That means scalar multiplication, A you have to multiply with this matrix with all the elements. So it will come A 0 0 A. Similarly B into capital B. So what will come? 0 B minus B 0. This will come. Now add it. So A plus BB. This value you have to find. That means A 0 0 A plus 0 minus B B 0 is equals to A plus 0, that is A, 0 plus B, that is B, 0 plus minus B, that is minus B, A plus 0, that is A. This is coming. Now you have to find AA minus BB. So small a capital A minus small b capital B is equals to A0 0A minus 0B minus B0 is equals to A minus 0 A, 0 minus B minus B, 0 minus of minus B plus B, A minus 0 A. This value is coming. Now you have to find, you have to show that LHS equals to RHS. So LHS is given this into this, that is AB minus BA into A minus B BA multiplied. So A into A square into A square plus B square, A into minus B minus AB plus AB minus AB plus AB minus B B square square minus B plus AB cancel, minus AB plus AB cancel, so here 0 will come. So this is equals to A square plus B square, 0 0 A square plus B square. Now if you take A square plus B square common from this, A square plus B square if you take common from this, you are getting 1 0 0 1, and this is equals to A matrix given. So A square plus B square into A equals to RHS. So like this you have to prove. Understood, student? So like this you have to solve this type of problem. Okay, now you will move to our continuation of our class matrix. Our next topic is elementary operation of a matrix. This is a very important topic, and this is required to find the inverse by elementary row operation. 6 marks question will come from this topic in board exam, and this is also required in the chapter of determinant. So learn this very well. Elementary operation of a matrix, operations can be two types: elementary row operation or elementary column operation. So to find the inverse, it will be mentioned in the question whether you have to apply row operation or column operation. In a single problem, you can't apply both operations. That means row and column together you can't apply. And suppose if it is given in the question that find the inverse of a matrix by using elementary operations only, so always you use row operation. If nothing mentioned in the question, you use row operation. So what is that operation? Three types of operations are there. In elementary row operation, we will perform three types of operation. First is interchange of any two rows or columns. What we have to do here? We have to just interchange two rows or two columns. When we have to apply this operation, that we will learn in our next topic. First, today's class will teach you how we can operate these elementary operations. So first one is interchange of any two rows or columns. See, in this operation we are interchanging row 1 and row 2. So we are writing like this: R1 both arrow R2. This means we are changing R1 into R2 and R2 as R1. Same R2 R3. This means we are changing R2 to R3 and R3 we are bringing as R2. Or C1 C2, column 1 and column 2 we are interchanging. C3 C1, column 3 and column 1 we are interchanging. So like this we have to apply this elementary operation for interchange. Suppose this is a matrix A, and if we are performing here R1 and R2, interchanging R1 R2, what will happen? The first row it will become second row it will comes to first row. So 6 minus 7, 2 5 is in first row, it is coming in second place. Next, B matrix is given. If we are performing C1 C2 if we are interchanging, that means C1 2 3 5 will come in the place of 6 7 2, and 6 7 2 it will come in the place of 2 3 5. So C1 C2. So like this we are performing the interchange of row and column. This is operation number 1. Next, operation number 2. What is that operation? Operation number 2 is multiplication of elements of any row or columns by a non-zero scalar. Multiplication of elements of any row or column by a non-zero scalar. See, the first in this operation we are performing Ri. How we are changing this Ri? K into Ri, where K is any scalar, negative or positive, any scalar. R1, we are changing this row 1 by multiplying -2 with row 1. That means if we are performing -2 into R1 in this matrix, what you will get in the next step? You will get 6 into -2, that is -12, 2 into -2, that is -4, 1 into -2, that is -2. So if you are applying this operation over this matrix, just you have to multiply -2 with all the elements of first row. Similarly, if you are performing C2 into half, C2 you are changing like this, half into C2. That means with each and every element of C2 you have to multiply half. C3 we are changing like -3 into C3. That means we have to multiply -3 with each element of C3. Now when we have to change this operation, that will teach you, no problem. Just you remember this type of operations we can perform to find the inverse. So first is interchange row column, second one is multiplying a scalar with that particular row or column, And the third one is adding each element of ith row or column with k times the corresponding elements of jth row or column, where k is a positive or negative scalar and I not equals to j. What does it means? Just see the operation, it will be clear. If we are changing r1, we want to change r1, so you have to change r1 like this, r1 plus 2 into r2. That means multiplying a scalar with another row, with the elements of another row, and then add it to that row which you want to change. Again I am repeating, multiplying a scalar with another row and add that row which you want to change. So if you want to change r1, you have to multiply a scalar with another row, that means r2, and add this quantity with the elements of r1, with the corresponding elements of r1. Similarly, here we are multiplying -2 with r1 and we are adding this with r3 because we are changing r3. So what you are changing, the row which you are changing, that you have to write first, and you can't multiply any scalar with that particular row. You have to multiply a scalar with another row which you are not changing. The row or column which you are changing, you have to fix that particular row or column and you have to multiply a scalar, either positive or negative, to another row or column. Then you have to add it. Like this column also, multiplying a scalar with another column and add it to the column you want to change. So here we are changing C1, so we are adding 3C3 with C1. Here we are changing C2, C2 we are making fixed, nothing we have multiplied with C2. We are multiplying half minus half with C3, then we are adding with C2. From this example it will be clear. This is A matrix is given. Here we are wanting to change R3. Now if we are wanting to change R3, how we are changing R3? We are multiplying -3 with R1 and then we are adding with the corresponding elements of R3. So if you multiply -3 with R1, so this will become -3 into 2 -6. Now -6 plus 7, because we have to add with the corresponding elements. So -3 into 2 -6, -6 plus 7 1. Similarly -3 into 3 -9, -9 plus 3 -6, -3 into 4 -12, -12 plus 2 -10. Got it? Okay. Now inverse of a matrix by elementary row operation. So all these three types of row operation we will apply here to find the inverse of a matrix. Now we know that A is equals to I into A. That means if you multiply identity matrix with any matrix, you are getting the matrix itself. So if A equals to I into A, where I is the identity matrix, so here your target will be, you have to change this A into I by elementary row operation. How you are changing this A? This A matrix you have to change into I by applying elementary row operation or column operation. And whatever operation you are applying over here, the same operation you have to apply over here also, in I matrix also. And by applying those operations, if you are getting this B matrix, so this B matrix obviously it will be A inverse, because we know that A inverse into A, this is equals to I. So if I equals to BA is coming, that means B should be equals to A inverse. This is the theory behind this inverse. It will be clear with this example. Just see the example. By elementary row operation, you have to find the inverse of this. 3, 1, 4, 2. That means we can write, suppose this is A matrix. So A equals to I into A we can write. 3, 1, 4, 2 is equals to I. I means 1, 0, 0, 1. Whatever order is given in the question, the same order identity matrix you have to take here. So 3, 1, 4, 2, order 2 by 2. That's why I have taken 1, 0, 0, 1. Here also order 2 by 2. So A matrix I have written like this. A is equals to I into A. Now what is our target? We have to find A inverse. So our target is we have to make this matrix into identity matrix. That means in left hand side we have to make 1, 0, 0, 1. By elementary row operation we have to make this. And whatever operation we are applying over here, the same operation we have to apply over here also, in this matrix also. So this matrix will convert to another matrix and that will be the value of A inverse. So here our target is to make this into this by elementary row operation, and the same operation we have to perform in the RHS over this. This we will keep as it is. No need to change this. Only the operation we have to apply here and here. Now let's see how to operate. So this is given. A equals to I into A. Now this matrix we have to make 1, 0, 0, 1. So first we will go like this. 1, 0, 1 and 0 first we have to make. First we have to make the column of the identity matrix. So our target is to bring 1 in this position and 0 in this position. Now what operation we will apply to make the first element as 1? See, you can do like this. You can do R1 minus R2. If you do there R1 minus R2, this will come minus 1. Then you can multiply minus 1 with first row. It will come 1. Another process like this. I am changing this R2. How I am changing R2? R2 minus R1. That means R2 plus minus 1 into R1. Second operation. Remember, this is same like this. R2 we are changing. How we are changing R2? R2 we are changing by R2 plus minus 1 into R1. This is same of this. R2 equals to R2 minus R1. So if you are doing this operation over here, what you are getting? R1 we are not changing. R1 is fixed. 3, 1. R2 we are changing. R2 minus R1. That is 4 minus 3, 1. 2 minus 1, 1. And the same operation we have to perform over this matrix. R1 we are not changing. 1, 0. 0 minus 1, minus 1. 1 minus 0, 1 into A as it is. Now we have to make this one 1. So we can interchange R1 and R2. If we interchange R1, R2, 1, 1 will come to here and 3, 1 will come here. See, 1, 1, 3, 1. Same operation we have to perform over here. So minus 1 will come here, 1, 0 will come here. Next target is we have to make this 3 into 0, because 1, 0, 0, 1 we have to make. So we have to convert this 3 into 0. How we can make? If you multiply 3 with row 1 and subtract from row 2, you will get, that means row 2 we are changing. How we are changing row 2? R2 minus 3 into R1. Now do this operation. By applying this operation you are getting this one 0. So same operation we have to apply over here. We are getting this. Now our next target is we have to make this one into 1 or this one into 0. Anything you can do first. You can make this one into 0 first, or you can make this one into 1 first. First step always you have to make 1 0. If 3 by 3 matrix given, then you have to make 1 0 0. That will be the first step. And from after first step you can do whatever you can change, but remember what you have already changed, that should not be changed again. Already you have make it 1 and 0. So choose that elementary operation in such a way that these two elements should not change. Okay. So it is very easy. If you multiply minus half with row 2, directly you will get 1. So minus half we are multiplying with R2. So it is coming 1. Now if you perform R1 minus R2, this will become 0, and 1 minus 0 1. So identity matrix is coming, and by same elementary row operation you are getting this. So I is equals to B into A is coming. So this is the value of A inverse. Like this, by applying elementary row operation, you have to find A inverse. Is it clear, student? Ritesh, Aman, Shapnanil, is it clear? More and more problem you have to practice, then only you can solve. This is the most difficult topic in matrix. If you solve this easily, you can solve any problem from matrix. Okay, now see, here I have taken one 3 by 3. You have to find inverse of this matrix. By elementary row operation. That means A is equals to I into A. See here I have taken 3 by 3 order 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. These three types of operation we have to perform over here, so that we can make this matrix into identity matrix. First operation is interchange of any row. Second operation is multiplying a scalar with any row, the row which we want to change. And third one is we have to multiply a scalar with a row and add it to the row which we want to change. Now see, here if we are performing R3, if we are changing by R3 plus 2R1. So R3 plus 2R1 if we perform over here, we are getting 2 into R1 means 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 3, that is 1 is coming. So R3 1, because the first element of any row, first we have to make the first element of any row into 1. Then we can interchange that row with first row. Now you can directly make this 1 by multiplying half with this row. But if you are multiplying half, then this will become 1, but this will become minus half, this will become 3 by 2. And whatever operation you will perform later on, all the calculation will come in fraction. That's why in first step, we should not take any fractional value. We should not multiply any fractional value to make it 1. You should avoid that multiplication. Where we will get in a particular row or column maximum number of zeros are there, in that step we can multiply with fraction, because their fractional value will come in less number. So here it is easy to bring 1 by this method. Now 109 is coming. Now if we interchange R1 and R3, 109 will come in the first row. So 109 is coming. Now you have to make this element 0 and this element 0. It is very easy. When the first element will come 1, it is very easy to make these two 0. Because we know that if we multiply 5 with 1 and then add with this row, it will become 0. If we multiply 2 with this row and subtract from this row, it will become 0. So our target is make this element and this element 0. we should not look at the others element. Do not look at the others element. Whatever it is coming, let it be. First target will be make these two 0. 1 is already there, so you have to make this one 0 and this one 0. So perform the operation like that. R3 we are changing by R3 minus 2R1. R2 we are changing R2 plus 5R1. So applying this, we are getting this. And the same operation, whatever operation we are doing in LHS, the same operation we have to perform in the RHS over this identity matrix. So by doing this, we are getting this. So 1 0 0 is already there. Now we have to make either this element into 1 or this element into 0. Whatever it is easy, make like that. I think this will be more easy. You can make this one into 1. If you multiply 2 with this row and then add it with, it will come 1. So do like that. What we have done? We are multiplying 2 with R3 and then add it with R2. So 1 is coming. So 1 0 0 0 1 is there. Now we have to make this element into 0. Very easy. If you add these two, that means R2 plus R3, this will become 0. R2 plus R3, this will be 0. So 0 1 0 already there. Now you have to make, and here also 1 came. So you have to make this one 0 and this one 0. It is also very easy. See, these two elements are 0. So whatever you are multiplying with R3, these 4 elements will not change because this is 0. Yes, Ayush, you can apply any operation which it comes 1. You can apply any operation. Your all the operation can be differ with my all operation. Okay, all the operation can be differ from my operation. In determinant chapter also, if you are solving any problem, the operations can differ from whatever hints is given in the question. From those hints, the operation can differ. So do not look at the hints, just try to solve yourself. Then not only it will be clear. So now you have to make this into 0 and this into 0. So if you multiply 9 with this row and subtract with this, it will become 0. Similarly, if you multiply 16 with this row and subtract with this, it will become 0. Same operation we have performed. So, and the same operation we are applying over here. So this we are getting at last. So when the LHS is coming I, whatever matrix is coming in the RHS, that will be the inverse. Therefore, A inverse equals to this matrix. So like this we have to solve the inverse. We have to find inverse by elementary operation. Remember 6 marks question will come. 70% chances are there to come 6 marks question from either from this topic or from the next topic which we have learned in tomorrow's class. This we will learn in tomorrow's class. So or will be there, either this question or that question. Okay, so learn it very well, and both you have to practice. This doesn't mean that every year or will come. Maybe it will be cases you have to perform, the question will come from this and or will be another question, another from another chapter. Okay, so this much for today's class. In tomorrow's class, we will learn the next topic, that is simultaneously we have to solve equations by matrix method. Thank you, students.